Heyo, it's me, Harper Savage, and today it's week 37 of Inktober52, and the prompt is squid. Got my sketchbook, got my pencil and eraser. Let's get to sketching. I drew many ovals, not even circles. These look a little inappropriate, maybe if I don't think too hard about it. Well, there's one. I'm not sure if I want them to be like realistic looking or if I want to just like have their like wigglies wherever I want. I think I'm gonna go with putting their wigglies wherever I want. It's like loosely based off of the bobtail squid. I wanted one to have like an upward view, but I'm having a hard time portraying that. I feel like maybe the head's too wide or something. Erase, 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 erase. I don't know. I think this one might be erased and put in a more easy position for me. Erase, 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 erase. Let's reposition this one a little bit. Oh no, this one's my favorite one. I feel like I should have it up here instead. I'm gonna move it down. I'm gonna have it facing up. Like, well, the tentacles are up. Oh, I might actually have to turn it though. Maybe we can give like that one perspective another try. I don't know why they'd be upside down doing that though. This is kind of also like, why not though? Do they care about the upright positions? I don't know. I wish I could like swap these two. Like, you know, digital art. I'm still not convinced on this one. All right, I'm gonna go in with my microns. So let's get the first set of lines done. Alright, I'm gonna go in with my watercolor inks to start with, so let's get to painting. Now that everything's dry, I'm going to go in with some speckling details with some paint markers to make it look more like the bobtail squid. So if you didn't notice, I was kind of struggling in there to get any of my liners to work, and I don't know why that is, but let's talk about that after the reveal. Boop. I don't know what was going on, but I was having a hard time getting anything to go over this for some reason for the final lines. So I ended up having to use my Sharpie Creative Brush Marker, which was way thicker and a brush size that I'm not used to doing for outlines. Even the Posca was not like going over it, and I thought, oh, it's just a paint marker, that's why my Flex Slate Pen wasn't working, but no, it wasn't working in like everywhere. Especially over here, where there was like less paint marker and the suction cups like had to be gone over. I tried like several different liners to get it to work, and even the gel pen that I ended up using doesn't really seem great, and it kind of looks like everything's got like a double line because I couldn't follow the exact lines I had before and because everything wasn't working. But I do think it's cute despite all that. I think the eyes could have been worked on a little bit better, but again, I was struggling with the pens today. I don't know why they weren't going over it. I think it might be the bleed proof white, because I don't have issues going over the watercolor inks any other time that I can recall with paint markers, especially. I don't know. But that is going to be it for me today. If you guys want to check out another Inktober video, you could tap the thumbnail here. If you want to catch up on anything you missed, you could tap the thumbnail here. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to do all the cool YouTube things of commenting, liking, subscribing, and turning on that notification bell. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye!